Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Benefits Cooldown with Ed Legande, that guy right there, and myself, Eric Silverman. Ed, I got some questions for you I wanted to run by you. I don't know if you noticed or if anybody watching, maybe you would have read the article, but I had the privilege and honor of being interviewed a few weeks ago by Stephanie Schomer, editor-in-chief of Employee Benefit News magazine and online publication. And she asked me a number of questions, 6, 7, 8 different questions about the state of the industry, where benefits are going, where they were in 21, where they're going in 22 and beyond. And I gave my opinion, but I'm curious your opinion. So, Ed, I'm going to ask you a couple of the same questions. I just want to see what your takes are. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's great. And by the way, I thought it was a great interview.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, Stephanie killed it, and I appreciate her thinking of me. So let me channel my inner Stephanie and try to be just as good, even half as good. So one of the questions she asked me was, how have you seen the approach to employee benefits shift among employers over the last year and so forth, moving into 2022?
Good question. I see a couple of different things. One, I see employers are paying a lot more attention to it. That's for one thing. But two, I'm also seeing a greater expansion on what employee benefits means. It's no longer just insurance at the end of the day. It's the benefit of being an employee. We're looking at benefits that aren't necessarily insurance products like family planning benefits or student loan refinancing, financial wellness, mental wellness. There's no insurance products wrapped around those, right? But those are things that are really, really important to employees and as such, now important to employers. So we're seeing I'm seeing a major expansion on what falls under the umbrella of employee benefits.
Yeah, man. I mean, I couldn't agree more. A benefit is a benefit is a benefit, regardless of who pays for it, and regardless of whether or not it's quote unquote insurance or whether it's a more of a value driven benefit. So I think you're spot on. Now, let me ask you this. Another question Stephanie had asked me was, what should employers prioritize rather than the typical traditional status quo benefits? If they're trying to work in creative benefits that are not necessarily insurance, where should they prioritize?
That's a great question. I think it's really easy to get product fatigue, a vendor fatigue. I mean, imagine you're going to a conference and you go down the expo hall and it's just vendor after vendor after vendor, and you come home to, with a swag bag of all these great ideas and things of that nature that you want to implement. But again, you have vendor fatigue. So you're wondering exactly where to start, right? So again, I just want to wrap this whole idea around your why. What exactly are you trying to accomplish? So from a prioritization standpoint, why are you offering employee benefits in the first place? And then again, as we've talked about on our earlier sessions, Eric, we need to talk about, or we need to focus on the feedback you're getting from employees. What are they dealing with from a family perspective, a health perspective, and things of that nature? Of course, your health plan is going to be one of the items that probably should be prioritized. That's one of the key, indicators of the cost of your benefits. But from all of the other benefits, what are important to your employees? So if you focus on the feedback and the things that are really important to them, then I think it all ends up falling into place. And then you can then put in the vendors to help solve those solutions.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the follow-up question Stephanie asked me, and we'll finish this up by I'll ask you the same, is it difficult to get employers and even employees to see what you just talked about? As she said, and I agree, she said she feels like consumer awareness of some of these less or I guess perception-wise, less vital benefits are more robust than ever. The perception is higher than ever. What do you think?
I think the answer is yes and no. Yes, in the sense it's difficult to kind of reshape our mind around it, because one of the best ways we can compare what we're doing is by looking at what others are doing. And sometimes it might seem like there's this shiny glimmer of, oh my gosh, this employer is offering XYZ benefits at the end of the day. Look at this plethora of benefit offerings they're offering. So you're thinking you need to replicate and do that exact same thing. But again, the one thing I want to remind everyone, no two employers are exactly alike. No two demographics are exactly alike. Everyone has something that's very different. So I get to the no aspect of it. If we challenge our thinking and again, focus internally, if you focus on your own demographics, your own culture, and who you're trying to recruit and retain at the end of the day, make sure that benefit offering really ties into the culture that you're exuding. right? And the positive mindset you're trying to bring across the table as well, including professional development. That could be something that's more important to you that maybe not is important to other employers. You're only going to attract and retain the employees that really fall in line with the culture you're trying to exude.
Man, you said it all, man. I don't know. Maybe Stephanie should have interviewed you because those answers were absolutely spot on, perfect. So let's call it a day and end it right there. Ed, as always, my friend, appreciate you more than ever. That's Ed Legande. I'm Eric Silverman. As always, if you have questions, thoughts, ideas, comments, things that you want to see for future episodes, please drop us a line. Also, if you're not already subscribed or following or both with Employee Benefit News, EBN Magazine, benefitnews.com, please change that immediately. What on earth could you possibly be waiting for? Thanks, Ed. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us.